There's a quiet, delicious revolution happening in America's cities. It smells like cumin, ghee, and the promise of a perfectly fried samosa. Indian immigrants are transforming urban life with flavor, color, and brainpower. 10 years ago, dinner was pizza or burgers. Now, biryani, fish curry, or vegan thali. The new American city is louder, spicier, and way more interesting. So when you hear about the changing face of America, think of it as the ultimate upgrade. More options, more energy, more possibilities. Let's take a walk. First stop, Jackson Heights, Queens. The 7 train opens and you're hit with a wall of sound and spice. Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, and New York English blend in the air, along with roasting corn and frying jalebis. Women in vibrant saris, shops overflowing with produce you won't find at Walmart. Now, Devon Avenue in Chicago, Little India. Storefronts in English, Devanagari, Gujarati. Buy rice, Bollywood DVDs, and wedding jewelry under one roof. These aren't just shopping districts, they're community hubs, slices of Mumbai or Delhi in the Midwest. Built business by business, family by family, they started as places for a taste of home and grew into destinations. People from all backgrounds flock here for food, fashion, and Diwali celebrations. These neighborhoods are living proof that multiculturalism works. Vibrant engines and cultural classrooms. Different isn't scary, it's deliciously interesting. Meet the Samosa Index, a totally real, not made-up way to measure a city's cultural vibrancy. The rule? The easier it is to find a great samosa, the more dynamic the city. When a samosa shop thrives next to Starbucks, you know something's up. Peak Samosa Index is when your non-Indian friends crave samosas, and stadiums sell them next to hot dogs. It means Indian culture is celebrated, not just tolerated. The spread of the samosa maps cultural exchange, from the fringes to the center. The Samosa Index, the tastiest way to measure integration. And yes, it's totally scientific. How did America go from a tiny Indian population to samosa index-breaking cities? Policy. The Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 changed everything. Before that, racist quotas limited Indian immigration to just 100 people a year. The 1965 Act abolished quotas, focusing on family reunification and professional skills. America needed doctors, engineers, and scientists. India had plenty. The law was a golden ticket for highly educated Indian professionals. The first wave post-1965 weren't huddled masses. They were degree holders with ambition. They filled jobs America needed, not took them. This policy shaped the Indian-American community educated, professional, ambitious. These pioneers built the first organizations, temples, and sponsored family. They proved Indians could succeed in America, paving the way for entrepreneurs and tech leaders. The 1965 Act is the single biggest reason the Indian diaspora looks the way it does today. It was a strategic move, and it worked. The first post-1965 Indian immigrants were the advance team. Doctors, engineers, driven by necessity and ambition. They worked long hours, saved every penny, and prioritized education for their kids. This set the professional track for Indian Americans. Then came the entrepreneurs. Cue the Patel Motel phenomenon. In the 1970s, one Patel helped another buy a motel, and the chain reaction began. They ran motels as families, cut costs, and hustled hard. Over half of all U.S. motels are now owned by Indian Americans, many named Patel. This is immigrant hustle. Find a niche, work harder, build generational wealth. The dual track, professional and entrepreneurial, created a powerful economic engine. Kids became doctors, lawyers, tech CEOs. Families built businesses from the ground up. The paths were connected. The motel owner's son could go to med school. The engineer's daughter could modernize the family business. It's a cycle of upward mobility, powered by pure grind. That's the OG immigrant hustle. Let's talk numbers. The Indian American community has exploded from under 400,000 in 1980 to over 4.5 million today. That's more than a tenfold increase, one of the fastest-growing immigrant groups in the U.S. But it's not just about numbers, it's about economic impact. Indian Americans have the highest median household income in the country, over $120,000 a year. That's the result of high education and relentless entrepreneurship. 1 in 10 U.S. doctors is of Indian descent. In tech, Indian immigrants have founded more companies than any other group. Think Sundar Pichai at Google, Satya Nadella at Microsoft. These are industry leaders. This economic power creates jobs for everyone, not just Indian Americans. It fuels local economies, creates consumer spending, and boosts tax revenue. When an Indian immigrant opens a business, they hire from all backgrounds. This isn't a zero-sum game. Their success lifts entire cities. The numbers are clear. This community is a massive economic asset. Talent, ambition, and yes, some seriously good cooks. That's big economic energy. The secret sauce behind Indian American success? Education obsession. For Indian parents, a report card is sacred, a predictor of destiny. This pressure comes from love and a little fear. Education was their ticket to America. Degrees were the one asset no one could take away. So they pushed their kids hard. The results? Indian Americans have the highest educational attainment in the country. Over 75% have a bachelor's or higher. It's not about being inherently smarter. It's about a culture built around achievement. After-school tutoring, weekend math classes, and constant "Did you finish your homework?" The focus on education created a pipeline of talent for America's top fields. And now, that drive is expanding into creative fields, politics, and beyond. There's a moment when a culture stops being ethnic and just becomes American. For Indian culture, that moment is now. Yoga is everywhere, namaste is in emails, and curry is a weeknight staple. On TV, Mindy Kaling and Aziz Ansari are leads, not sidekicks. Representation matters. It normalizes our stories and shows Indian Americans are a vital part of the American narrative. Festivals like Diwali and Holi are now public celebrations. Times Square lights up, neighbors join in. Our joy is part of the public square. The Indian culture industry is big business. Weddings, restaurants, fashion, Bollywood dance classes. When a culture becomes cool, it becomes a commodity and a sign of real influence. Our culture isn't on the sidelines. It's a major player in the American economy and identity. It's not just about feeling seen. It's about shaping the mainstream. Indian culture is woven into the fabric of America, and everyone wants a piece of it. That's the real mainstream makeover. So, is everything perfect? Not quite. The model minority myth is a trap. It hides real struggles and creates pressure. It ignores the taxi drivers, clerks, and new immigrants still hustling. But there's a new political awakening. The new generation is American and knows economic success doesn't shield from discrimination. We saw it after 9/11 and in daily microaggressions. Now, we're running for office, becoming activists, building coalitions. We're moving beyond just tax policy and visas, engaging with all American issues. The new playbook: use our voice and resources to shape a more just America. Honor our parents' hustle, but write our own chapter. We're not just climbing the ladder, we're rebuilding it for everyone. Challenging stereotypes, demanding real representation. And that's a Samosa Index win for the future.